Right, let's fix some stick drift in a PS5 controller. This one is a limited edition God of War controller. Belongs to a client called Antony. And I'm carefully taking it apart because, I don't want to damage his nice limited edition controller. Right, got my trusty Wira screwdriver. Let's get this thing apart. And the ubiquitous hard drive magnets for keeping the screws organized. Love these things. I shall speed up the rest of the opening procedure so it doesn't bore you to tears. Okay, so on these the battery isn't taped in or glued in or anything like that. It's just literally just held in with this little plastic tray. I'm going to use my tweezers to very carefully get the plug out without ripping the connector off the board. There we go. Next I'm going to use my pliers and tweezers to get the cables off of the board, connecting things like the microphone, the motors and things like that. The plastic tray is just held in by one screw, so let's get that out. There we go. And now it's time to desolder the rumble motors off from the board. These are just 2 wires each, so they're pretty easy to do. And now we carefully remove the motherboard from the housing. There we go. Nice. Let's get the thumbsticks off now. Since this controller seems to have some good analog sticks, it's just the potentiometers that are bad. I'm going to change just the potentiometers because it makes no sense to remove the whole stick. There's just more stress on the board and completely unnecessary. I'm pulling the potentiometers, or pots as they're sometimes called, away from the analog sticks so that I can then desolder them. This is a board vise from Panavice. I've had this for a very long time now. And it's very solid, very heavy, works very well. The other use is that it can get the board closer to the phone camera for you so you can see better. Okay, so this is Rose's metal. It's basically a low melt solder alloy, which I got off eBay years ago, and it's lasted me a very long time. I'm going to put some flux on the solder joints just to help with the heat transfer and the solder flow. Let's put an ingot of Rose's metal on there. I'm just going to use my old Antex soldering iron for this. I don't need anything special. It's quite a thin board, so we don't need lots of heat to get these off. So what I'm doing here is I'm mixing in the low melt solder in with the original factory solder to lower the melting point of said solder and to get it out easily without damaging surrounding components and without stressing the board too much. There we go, it's out. At this point I think I will speed things up again so as to get through this bit. Right, all pots have been nicely removed, thanks to low melt solder. Now all we've got to do is clean up the mess and get the solder out of the holes. So for this I'm going to use some wick or solder braid. Basically this just uses capillary action to get the solder up out of the holes. To help aid this, I usually use a little bit of flux, although there is usually some flux in solder wick. I think a little bit more doesn't hurt. Right, I'm going to speed the rest of this up, just so as not to bore you to tears again. Okay, so solder's out of the holes. It's time to clean everything up with some more isopropyl alcohol and a brush. Then I follow that up with some lint-free wipes and some more isopropyl. These lint-free wipes are sold on Amazon, eBay, all over the place. They're basically for nail salons so that they don't get lint in the nail polish and things like that, but they work really well here as well. Right, we'll clean the other sides as well. Right, let's have a look at you. Yep, you're looking good. Nice. Right, so I've got some new pots. These are supposed to be the original Alps pots that are used by Sony. Just going to get 4 of these out and install them. There we go. Right, these sometimes have slightly bent legs, so I'm just using long nose pliers to straighten the legs out on the ones that are bent. There we go. Beautiful. Right, now we line them up and press them in. Right, last one. Yeah, that feels good. All ready for soldering. Let's get some flux on there. And I'll just speed up the rest of the soldering process after this. Right, just making sure we've got some nice solder joints on there. Yeah, everything looks lovely. Time for cleanup. Right, let's have another look at you. Ooh, looking good. Nice. Okay, so I've chopped off some of the reassembly and I'm going to speed up the rest because you don't really want to see this, do you? Nah. Okay, moment of truth. A bit of testing and a bit of calibration and we should be ready to go. Well, she's all calibrated and tested, everything works beautifully, and here she's going to have a little bit of general purpose polish so I can get her back to her owner, looking as good as she works. Thank you for stopping by and watching the video, and I'll see you again in the next one. Ciao.